Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce already have a lot going on right now, from pregnancy rumors to claims they may not even still be together. But now things are getting even worse after reports claimed Patrick Mahomes exposed some disturbing details about their relationship behind the scenes. Let me break it down. Before we get into the recent storm of speculation, we need to go back to the beginning, because Patrick Mahomes has been a witness to this relationship from day one. Not a casual observer, not a fan watching from the outside. The man was literally on the football field when Taylor Swift walked into Arrowhead Stadium for the first time in September 2023. Mahomes revealed in the ESPN docuseries The Kingdom that Travis Kelce told him during the week leading up to that game that he was dating Taylor Swift. Mahomes' reaction was blunt. It was one of those where I gotta see it until I believe it. But once Taylor showed up at Arrowhead Stadium cheering alongside Donna Kelce, Mahomes knew the love story was real. Now think about that for a second. This is Patrick Mahomes. He has won multiple Super Bowls. He has seen everything there is to see in professional sports. And even he couldn't believe that Travis Kelce had pulled Taylor Swift. The rest of the locker room wasn't any different. Chiefs defensive tackle Chris Jones recalled the scene inside the building. "You know, the locker room was like, Taylor Swift's here. Taylor Swift's here. For real? With Travis? Oh my God." Jones added, "We're like, oh my God, Travis pulled Taylor Swift." Mahomes had a bit more of a heads up than the rest of the team in the world. Sharing during the documentary, he told me during the week, "I was one of those like, I got to see it, you know? I got to see it until I believe it." In game footage included in the series, Mahomes was filmed talking to Travis Kelce on the sidelines about Swift in the box, telling the tight end, "That's the first person I noticed." But even in that moment, there was something else Mahomes said, something that gets overlooked. "You definitely felt the buzz, and you could see people in the stadium gravitating towards where she was up there," the Super Bowl champ said. But then he added a caveat. "At the same time, we had business to handle." That line, "we had business to handle," is key, because from the very start, Mahomes framed this relationship in terms of what it meant for the team, not what it meant for Travis personally, not what it meant for love or romance, what it meant for football. And that framing has followed every single comment Mahomes has made about Kelce and Swift since. In a post-game interview after that first Swift appearance, Mahomes addressed questions about his teammates' relationship status. At the time, he said he had not even met the singer, and added, "If she ends up being with Travis, then I'll probably get to meet her at some point. That's cold, that's calculated. If she ends up being with Travis, not when. If." Mahomes, even back then, was hedging. And this was just the beginning. Even Chiefs head coach Andy Reid chimed in, sharing at a press conference that he had already met Swift before, and jokingly claimed, "I set them up." Reid explained, "By that time, I knew they were going out. I knew her before him." So the entire Chiefs organization knew. They were all watching. And Mahomes, the most important player on the team, was keeping a close, measured eye on the whole thing from the jump. Fast forward to 2024 and 2025, and the dynamic between the Mahomes family and the Kelce-Swift pairing deepened in ways that gave Patrick Mahomes a front-row seat to the relationship. This wasn't just a teammate-to-teammate connection anymore. This was a double-date, inner circle, spend the holidays together bond. Since Swift and Kelce began dating in 2023, the pop star grew close to Mahomes, his wife Brittany, and other Chiefs players and their partners. Mahomes has praised Swift as good people and top tier at her profession, while the group has enjoyed numerous double dates together. Taylor started bonding with Brittany Mahomes, the wife of Travis's best friend and teammate Patrick Mahomes, in and outside of NFL games. What began as sideline pleasantries turned into a genuine friendship. The two women were photographed together at games, at events, and on social media. Brittany Mahomes and Taylor Swift became almost inseparable during game days. The ESPN documentary The Kingdom included a moment with Swift. After the Chiefs defeated the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship game in January 2025, cameras followed Swift on the field, where she stood with Brittany Mahomes and Donna Kelce. Swift shared her gratitude for the support of Brittany during the postseason, saying, "You've kept me so calm the last couple weeks. I did not know what to do, and I just text Brittany and just be like, tell me it's going to be okay. Tell me it's going to be okay." Swift called Brittany and Donna her two pillars of support. That's not surface-level friendship, that's deep trust. And through Brittany, Patrick Mahomes had an even closer window into the relationship than most people realized. Then came the album. The Mahomes family learned about Taylor's album, The Life of a Showgirl, before the public announcement. Patrick and Brittany were told via FaceTime after the August 2025 podcast episode. where Taylor and Travis announced TS12 on New Heights. They called Brittany after the podcast was done, and I was in the back of the FaceTime. Patrick told reporters, "I'm obviously super excited. Just knowing Taylor and seeing the process from just a little bit closer of how she makes the albums, it's going to be amazing because of how much work she puts into it." Mahomes was seeing the process up close. He was in the room, or at least on the FaceTime. For major life announcements, he was watching Travis Kelce become Taylor Swift's fiance, watching their worlds merge in ways that most celebrity relationships never achieve. And through all of it, Mahomes kept talking, kept commenting, kept making remarks that, on the surface, sounded supportive but carried undertones. In an interview at a local event in April 2026, Mahomes said that playing at Arrowhead Stadium in front of the passionate Chiefs Kingdom fans was one of his top career highlights. He also noted that getting to meet Taylor Swift was pretty cool too. Pretty cool too. Not life-changing, not incredible. Pretty cool too. Like meeting Taylor Swift was a nice bonus. A perk like getting a free parking spot at work. When asked directly about the couple, Mahomes kept it measured. "She's good people, but like Trav said, man, I'm going to let them have their privacy and just keep it moving." Privacy, that word kept coming up. And in 2026, the reason for it became a lot more interesting. In August 2025, Swift and Kelce announced their engagement. The announcement was vintage Taylor, perfectly crafted, timed for maximum impact. The couple's announcement carried the playful message, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." The internet erupted. Swifties celebrated, sports fans debated, and the wedding planning speculation machine kicked into overdrive. But here's where things started to get complicated, because the engagement set off a chain of events that exposed the fundamental tension. In this relationship, the tension between Taylor Swift's world of meticulous control, maximized public image, and carefully curated narratives, and Travis Kelce's world of locker rooms, beer brands, and laid-back vibes. The wedding date became a saga unto itself. Local Rhode Island vendors believed the ceremony would take place at or near Ocean House, which is mere yards from Swift's $17.5 million oceanfront mansion in Watch Hill. From the buzz we've been hearing locally, we think Taylor and Travis might be getting married in Westerly, Rhode Island on June 13, 2026, said Sarah and Hattie Young, co-owners of Young Designs Floral Studio. The June 13th date made sense because 13 is well known to be Swift's favorite number, and given the influence of numerology throughout her career, the pieces seemed to make perfect sense. But then the date reportedly changed. According to Page 6, the celebrity couple plans to wed this summer on July 3rd in New York City. The couple has reportedly already sent save-the-date cards to their friends and family. Previously, Page 6 reported that the couple planned to wed on June 13th, ahead of Kelce's new NFL season. Previous reports suggested that the pair was keen on tying the knot in Rhode Island. Swift owns a luxurious home in Rhode Island. However, the pair reportedly changed their mind, as they wanted to go all out at a totally different venue that could accommodate more attendees. June 13th to July 3rd, Rhode Island to New York City. The goalposts kept moving, and the conflicting reports only fueled more questions. Reports of Swift and Kelce's wedding date have been wrong in the past. Just the previous week, reports had claimed the two would get married on June 13th. Meanwhile, the body language experts were having a field day after Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce appeared together at the 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards. Rumors began to swirl that this couple has major tension. Kelce didn't walk the red carpet with Swift, and the couple seemed stiff with each other. Taylor Swift came across as the more dominant one, body language expert Darren Stanton told InStyle. Travis seems less comfortable in these sorts of situations. He's obviously very confident as a football player, but his posture was slightly rigid, and there was quite a bit of tension. Now, was this definitive evidence of relationship problems? Of course not. While Stanton chalked the apparent awkwardness up to the awards show environment, some fans thought it signaled that all is not well between Swift and Kelce. At those same awards, Taylor won 7 trophies, including Pop Album of the Year for The Life of a Showgirl. The Life of a Showgirl was really inspired by the energy that I felt like looking into crowds and seeing you guys every single night, she told fans. She added, "This album probably also feels very happy and confident and free, because that's the way that I get to feel every single day of my life, because of my fiancé, who's here tonight." Beautiful words. Exactly the kind of words you'd expect from Taylor Swift. But some internet detectives noticed a pattern. Some people were quick to point out similar praise that she's heaped on past boyfriends. In particular, some internet users noted the similarities to an acceptance speech she gave at the iHeartRadio Awards in 2015, where she thanked then-boyfriend Calvin Harris. "For the first time, I had the most amazing person to come home to when the spotlight went out," she said during her acceptance speech. Despite the kind words, Swift has subsequently described feeling lonely during that era. And then came the bombshell that turned the entire conversation upside down. In April 2026, influencer Matt Wallace posted a tweet that sent shockwaves through social media. The tweet read, "Taylor Swift is 100% pregnant. She experienced a rapid weight gain, then seemed to disappear off the map. That is also why they are rushing the wedding for June 13th. That post racked up more than 1 million views, as some fans immediately believed what was said and started sharing their congrats. The timing of this claim was interesting, because Taylor and Travis had indeed been keeping a conspicuously low profile. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce had been keeping a low profile, causing fans to wonder if she's pregnant. A rare video of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce hit the internet, showing fans spotted the two in Park City, Utah. Just days later, the two again went on a low-key outing, this time a dinner date in New York. On April 18, 2026, Swift and Kelce were seen entering Casa Cipriani in New York City, where they appeared to have met up with her friend Ashley Avignoni and her engagement ring designer Kindred Lubeck for dinner. Page 6 reported that Taylor and Travis attempted to make an incognito entrance to the venue. They were photographed covering themselves with umbrellas as they made their way inside the members-only club, Umbrellas, in a city where Taylor Swift is one of the most recognizable human beings on the planet. The effort to stay hidden was substantial and noticeable. Then came the most recent development. Matt Wallace posted again on May 19, 2026, writing, "It is becoming harder and harder for Taylor Swift to hide her secret," accompanied by an image that only fueled more speculation. The pregnancy rumors connected to a broader conversation about this couple. After Swift and Kelce got engaged last year, waves of speculation about whether she's pregnant have come and gone every now and then. Sports podcaster Bill Simmons spun the rumor mill while talking about Kelce's team, the Kansas City Chiefs, losing to the Tennessee Titans in a December match. "It was officially a feel-bad for Kelce," the host said on his podcast. Then he added, "Guy's a Hall of Famer. He's getting married to Taylor Swift, having a kid with her." That casual aside from Bill Simmons, spoken as though it were common knowledge, raised more eyebrows than any tabloid headline could. Right on the heels of their engagement, sources said the couple wants kids in their future together. "They might not wait too long when it comes to raising a family," with a source adding, "She's in a great space in her career and with her success, and she can take some time away." And here's where Patrick Mahomes fits into this part of the story. Because Mahomes and Brittany have children, they've been through pregnancies in the public eye. They know exactly what it's like to navigate the NFL spotlight while starting a family. If Travis and Taylor were expecting, the Mahomes family would almost certainly be among the first to know, and Mahomes' repeated insistence on privacy. But like Trav said, "Man, I'm going to let them have their privacy and just keep it moving," takes on a very different meaning when you consider that he might be protecting a secret that extends far beyond the wedding. What Mahomes actually exposed. So what has Patrick Mahomes actually exposed about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's relationship? The answer isn't a single smoking gun. It's a mosaic, a pattern of comments, behaviors, and signals that paint a picture, more complex than the fairy tale the public has been sold. From the very beginning, Mahomes positioned himself as a skeptic. "I gotta see it until I believe it," was his first reaction to the relationship. Even after seeing it, he framed Swift's presence at games as a potential distraction, something the team needed to manage, not celebrate. As the relationship deepened and the engagement was announced, Mahomes' language remained notably restrained. He called Swift good people and said meeting her was pretty cool too. Language that would be lukewarm for meeting a local weather person, let alone the biggest pop star on earth. Meanwhile, the relationship itself showed cracks that body language experts, internet sleuths, and even casual observers noticed. Swift and Kelce's relationship has always been proof that opposites attract. She once sang of the athlete, "You know ball, I know Aristotle." But it may also be proof that too many differences can sink a relationship. The fact that Kelce is still predominantly based in Kansas City, while Swift has homes elsewhere, gives their relationship an oddly formal feel. This really is like an arranged marriage between noble houses, wrote one Reddit user. The wedding date confusion, June 13th, then July 3rd. Rhode Island, then New York, suggested either deliberate misdirection or genuine indecision. Even though Kelce popped the question, proposing to Swift with a unique engagement ring that perfectly suits her, it no longer seemed like a foregone conclusion that this couple would make it down the aisle, and the pregnancy rumors added yet another layer. There is no evidence that Taylor Swift has confirmed any pregnancy. Neither Swift, Travis Kelce, nor their representatives have made any public announcement regarding pregnancy. No credible media outlets have reported verified information supporting the claim. The speculation appears to be based entirely on social media assumptions about Swift's appearance and recent privacy. Simply put, there is absolutely no proof of a Taylor pregnancy. There have been no baby bump sightings. Taylor is a conspicuously tall and slender woman. Pregnancy would not hide for long, but the very fact that these rumors persist, and that people like Matt Wallace and Bill Simmons speak about them as though they carry weight, reveals something Mahomes has been hinting at all along. There is a gap between the public narrative and the private reality. Travis Kelce himself has acknowledged changes in his behavior since being with Swift. On the May 6th episode of his New Heights podcast, Kelce laughed. "Yeah, I'm trying to act like more of a man when I'm around her. Eating foods I haven't tried before." Both his brother Jason Kelce and sister-in-law Kylie Kelce have been delighted by the change. "I feel like Taylor has definitely expanded your palate," Jason said. To which Kylie added, "He's more adventurous with food." That's a lighthearted way to frame influence, but trying to act like more of a man is a telling phrase. It implies performance. It implies that who Travis Kelce is naturally doesn't quite line up with who he feels he needs to be around Taylor Swift. And yet, despite all of this, the couple continues to show up. Just days ago, the famous lovebirds hit up a private event at Honey's Cocktail Bar in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. After being chauffeured to the pub, the two hopped out of an SUV in their stunning outfits and walked hand in hand to the front door. Although they haven't walked down the aisle yet, Travis and Taylor are clearly very comfortable with each other and ready to take the next step in their relationship. So here's the verdict on what Patrick Mahomes has exposed. He hasn't dropped a bombshell in a press conference. He hasn't gone on a podcast and said the relationship is fake. What he has done is something more subtle and arguably more revealing. He has consistently refused to oversell this relationship. Every comment he's made, from "I gotta see it" to "believe it" to "pretty cool too" to "let them have their privacy," carries the energy of someone who sees both the beauty and the complexity of what his best friend has gotten into. Mahomes has watched this relationship from closer than almost anyone. Outside of the Kelce and Swift families, he has seen the love, yes, but he has also seen the pressure, the scrutiny, the logistical challenges of merging two wildly different worlds, and his measured, careful words in a sports culture where hyperbole is the default setting speak volumes. The awful truth isn't that the relationship is fake. It isn't that there's some devastating secret. The awful truth is that this relationship exists under a microscope so intense that even the people closest to it, people like Patrick Mahomes, have to choose every word carefully. The truth is that being in love in the public eye at this scale is a job in itself, and the constant speculation about pregnancies, wedding dates, body language, and breakups creates an environment where even the strongest bonds get tested daily. Taylor and Travis are still together. They are still engaged. They are still planning a wedding. But Patrick Mahomes' restraint, his refusal to play the hype man, his insistence on privacy, his "I'll believe it when I see it" energy, tells you something that the tabloids won't. That even from the inside, this relationship looks like the hardest thing either of them has ever done.